Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss fifth experiment or practical of class 12 biology. So this is the class 12 biology practical class, and today we are going to discuss fifth practical or experiment. The fifth one is it is a study of TS of blastula of mammals through permanent slide. We don't have to prepare the slide. We are already having a permanent slide in the lab of TS blastula of mammals, amphibians, mammals, different animals. So we have to study the TS blastula of mammals. We know that blastula is one of the stages of embryonic development in mammals. So embryo gets implanted at blastula stage. There are stages like morula, blastula, gastrula. Morula stage implantation cannot take place because in morula stage, it is also called little mulberry stage. The embryo is internally solid, not hollow. It is not having any space inside, and it is completely covered enclosed by the zona pellucida. Zona pellucida is intact. So this is called first stage is called morula stage, and after this morula stage, at this stage implantation cannot take place. Then the embryo develops into next stage called blastula. At blastula stage, some sort of changes take place. Some of the cells of the inside the embryo gets dissolved. So some of the cells of the embryo inside the embryo, in the almost the middle region of the embryo gets dissolved into a fluid substance. Due to this, a fluid-filled cavity appears inside. So this cavity is called blastocoele. This is the cavity called blastocoele. Now the outermost layer, the cells of the outermost layer becomes flattened. It forms a single layer, flattened cells called trophoblast or trophoectoderm. You know trophoblast or trophoectoderm. So these are the main points. Implantation takes place at blastula stage. It is multicellular stage. It has the outermost single layered cells, flat cells called trophoectoderm or trophoblast. This layer forms the chorion or chorionic villi, which is the fetal part of the placenta. Next is blastocoele. Internally, it develops a kind of cavity, a fluid-filled cavity develops. This cavity is called blastocoele. This is blastocoele. This is a fluid, not vacuum. This is not vacuum. This is a fluid-filled space cavity called blastocoele. Trophoectoderm is single layer cells called flattened cells called trophoectoderm. Okay, blastocoele. And third important part is component is inner cell mass. So remaining cells of the embryo move towards one side, get arranged towards one side of the embryo, and this mass of cells called inner cell mass. Inner cell mass. This is going to form the embryo. Embryo develops from the cells of the inner cell mass. Cells of the inner cell mass are totipotent. Can give rise to any structure, any organ, any part of the body. So this is the TS of blastula. You can see this layer, outer layer, broken outermost covering. This broken covering is broken zona pellucida. So after breaking of the zona pellucida, now it becomes sticky and gets implanted into the endometrium or uterus. So this is about the study of blastula of TS blastula of mammal. This was the fifth practical. Now we are going to discuss the sixth practical, experiment number 6. Experiment number 6. To identify, experiment 6, to identify disease causing organism. To identify disease causing organism. So there are certain microbes or organisms which can cause diseases. Okay? So in this experiment number 6 we are going to discuss and identify disease causing organism or agents. For example, now we are going to discuss Entamoeba histolytica. First of all, we are going to discuss Entamoeba histolytica. You may call write here A. A means A for Entamoeba histolytica. So this is a kind of monogenetic endoparasite. Entamoeba histolytica is a kind of endoparasite and it is monogenetic. Means its life cycle completes in one host only. Man is the only host. It does not require alternate host. It is monogenetic parasite and endoparasite. Next point, where it is parasite, intestine. It is found in our intestine, intestinal parasite. Now, it is a type of protozoan. It is a type of protozoan, parasitic protozoan. It causes a disease. It causes a disease. The name of the disease is amoeboid dysentery or amoebiasis. It causes amoebiasis or amoeboid dysentery. Mode of infection. What the mode of infection? Contaminated food and water. It enters human body through contaminated food and water. Okay? Now, infective stage. Its infective stage is so protozoans form cysts in adverse conditions. It is put out along with the stool and it gets encysted. So tetranucleate cyst is the infective stage. So tetranucleate cyst is the infective stage of Entamoeba histolytica. Large symptoms, large amount of what? Large amount of mucus and blood clots. Large amount of mucus and blood clots come out with stool. Other symptoms are anemia because of the loss of RBCs. So the this parasite feeds on RBCs. Our blood means RBCs. Hence this causes anemia. Weakness because of the poor oxygen supply. If the RBC number decreases, poor oxygen supply, this causes weakness. Pain in the abdomen, and mild fever. It causes mild fever also, and may cause, if it is prolonged, it exists for the long time, may cause pain in the joints. Now see the structure. It is heminucleate. This is the nucleus. It can form pseudopodia. It can change its shape and can form pseudopodia. You can see the pseudopodia. These are the pseudopodia. RBC, ingested RBC. So RBCs which have been ingested, which have been taken by the Entamoeba. You can find these RBCs. So it feeds on RBCs. Nucleus. So this is a very simple structure. It is unicellular and very simple structure of Entamoeba histolytica, and it causes the disease amoebiasis or amoeboid dysentery. And we have discussed the symptoms also. Now let me come to the students. Let me discuss experiment number 6, identification of the disease causing agents. 6th is going on. In 6th we are going to discuss B, malarial parasite or plasmodium. Malarial parasite or plasmodium is a kind of endoparasite. It is a kind of endoparasite. It belongs to protozoa. It is a digenetic parasite. Means life cycle completes in two hosts. Life cycle completes into alternate host. Okay? The primary host. Who is the primary host? Primary host is man. Primary host is man, and secondary host is female Anopheles mosquito. So this is caused by the bite of female Anopheles mosquito, who is the carrier of this disease. Now the infective stage. At what stage it causes infection to human beings? So infective stage of Plasmodium to human is sporozoid. Yes, sporozoid. Sporozoids are very minute structures, unicellular, minute, and it is a spindle shaped. See the diagram. It looks like this. Very minute and spindle shaped. Now the infective stage of Plasmodium to mosquitoes is gametocyte. At this stage, gametocyte stage, it enters the body of mosquito. At the sporozoid stage, it enters the body of the human beings. So when a mosquito bites a person, any person, healthy person, it releases saliva, and the sporozoids are stored in the salivary glands. When the mosquito, female anopheles mosquito, releases what saliva, along with the saliva, it comes out. Sporozoids comes out. Sporozoids come out, and sporozoids, the mosquito punctures the human skin with the help of needle, along with the puncture to suck the blood. So along with the punctured skin, so the minute pore in the skin, the sporozoid can enter the human blood, and after entering the body of human beings, first of all it attacks liver. It multiplies asexually in the liver of human, and then thereafter it infects the RBCs. So it multiplies in two types of cells, liver cells and RBCs. Now next one is, it damages liver and RBCs. Disease caused by the parasite is malarial fever. Symptoms: high fever with chill, shivering, cold, high fever with chill. Fever remains for 6 to 8 hours, high fever, and then shivering. Body stiffness in the body, loss of appetite, it causes damage to the liver, so loss of appetite, bhook nahi lagegi, weakness, anemia, because it damages RBCs also, so anemia, weakness, loss of appetite, and severe headache. After 6 to 7 hours, there is what of high fever. After 6 to 7 hours of high fever, then there is what? Cold state. In cold state, there is excessive sweating, and the fever comes down to 100 or 101 or 100 degree Fahrenheit. But high fever is up to 104, 105 degree Fahrenheit. So see the diagram. This is the structure of the sporozoid. This is the infective stage to man or human. At this stage, it enters human body through the punctured skin. Okay. Now the next disease causing agent is Scaris. C. Experiment 6. C. Scaris lumbricoides. This is the causal origin of scariasis. Now characteristics. There is a monogenetic endoparasite in our small intestine. It is parasite in our small intestine. Endoparasite in the small intestine. It is monogenetic. Life cycle completes in one host only. Now, a type of nematode. This is a kind of nematode. It is multicellular. It belongs to phylum Escherichia or nematoda or roundworm. Body is covered. Very unique feature of this is it lies inside the intestine, small intestine. There, what in the stomach acid is there. In the small intestine, bile juice is released. Pancreatic juice is released into the small intestine, which makes the medium alkaline. So to tolerate the alkaline pH, it has developed a protective device, and that is cuticle. Body is covered by tough cuticle. White is tough cuticle. So due to presence of cuticle covering, it can survive in the intestine. It can tolerate the effect of pancreatic juice and bile juice. Now, male and female are separate. Means they are dimorphic. They show sexual dimorphism. Male and females are separate. Males are shorter than females. Means females are longer. Males possess penial towards the cloaca. Towards the posterior side, male possesses two spine-like structures called penial which help in reproduction. So males are shorter than females. This is see the diagram. This is male scaris. This is female scaris. Male scaris shorter, female scaris longer. Males posterior side is curved, towards the cloaca, its end is curved, and towards the cloaca end it has pineal city. Females almost stage, it has no pineal city. Okay, this way you can differentiate which one is male or which one is female. Now let me discuss the symptoms. Abdominal pain and as well as discomfort. Abdominal discomfort, abdominal pain, loss of appetite, anemia, weakness, diarrhea, vomiting, and irritation. The infected, generally children are infected, so they show irritation. The behavior becomes irritating, gets irritated very soon. So these are the symptoms. Then there is the enlargement of the belly. So these are the symptoms, and this is monogenetic. So this way you have to write the practicals. So we have to, how to write the practical? Let me explain this one. This practical number 6. So you have to write the practical name of the experiment, A, B, C, whatever we are discussing, you have to write, mention, and then you have to write the requirement, what we require, the slide here, all these things we have to study with the help of permanent slide or specimen. Okay, so a specimen is required or permanent slides are required, microscope is required. Okay, and then we have to write the characteristics. Important points we have to write, characteristics we have to write, disease we have to write, what kind of parasite, monogenetic or digenetic we have to write, symptoms we have to write. So this way we have to write the experiment, and you have to draw the label diagram also. For each parasite, each kind of disease or disease causing agent, you have to write the comments on whole sheet and diagram, label diagram on white sheet. Got the point? Okay, thank you.